Hello friends and students, myself Dr. Venkatesh Gopula, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Chemistry at ARSS College Vaibhavadi, which is affiliated to University of Mumbai. I welcomes you all to the lecture series on chemical kinetics. This is lecture number 5 on chemical kinetics. Friends, today's lecture will be the last one based on theoretical part of chemical kinetics in this series. In this video, we are going to continue the methods of determination of order of reaction. We have already seen two methods in last video, that is a graphical method and integration method. In this video, we are going to cover the remaining three methods, that is half time method, differential method and Ostwald isolation method. Before going to start today's lecture, it is necessary to recall all those points which we have studied so far. Let's take a look quickly. We have seen the rate of reaction, rate constant, order and molecularity of reaction, first and second order reaction with their integrated rate equation, and also the kinetic characteristics. Then we have seen the pseudo first order reaction with the examples. Now let's start today's lecture. In methods of determination of order of reaction, we have already seen the two methods, graphical method and integration method in the last video. Today we are going to see the rest of three methods, that is a half time, differential method and Oswald isolation method. Now let's see the half time method. For in order of reaction, the relation between the half time and initial concentration can be given. Initial concentration of the reactant can be given like this. Okay, that is a T half inversely proportional to a raised to n minus 1. Okay, if you put the value of the n here for the second order, that is 2, so we get 1 upon a, so which is nothing but the T half is inversely proportional to the initial concentration, while for first order, if you put the n equal to 1, so we get 0. Okay, that is a 1. So in that case the T half is independent of initial concentration, as we see in the first order reaction also. Okay, so this is general relation between the T half and the initial concentration for in nth order. Okay, so for initial for two different initial concentration, that is A1 and A2, this relation can be written like this: T half 1 inversely proportional to A1 raised to n minus 1 and T half second inversely proportional to A2 raised to n minus 1. Okay, so after taking the ratio of these two relations, that is for T1 and T half 1 and T half 2, so we get like this. Okay, the T half 1 upon T half 2 equal to A2 upon A1 raised to the n minus 1. Okay, so here this numerator, this denominator of denominator goes to numerator here. Okay, okay, right. So this is a we obtain. Now after obtaining this one, the apply the log on both sides, so we get a log of a t half 1 upon t half second equal to log of a2 upon a1 raised to n minus 1. Okay, so which is exactly is in the form of log of here the log of x raised to n equal to n log of x. So we can modify this equation. Okay, this relation like this. Okay, so we get log of t half 1 upon t half second equal to n minus 1 into log of a2 upon a1, right? Now after modifying this equation, again we have to change the equation or to get the n minus 1 value. So for that, just bring this log a to the log of a2 upon a1 to the left hand side, so we get like this. Okay, so that is a log of sorry, n minus 1 equal to log of t half 1 upon t half 2 divided by the log of a2 upon a1. So this is exactly in the form of log of x upon y, which can be written like log of x minus log of y. So just modify this equation. Okay, so we get a log of sorry, the n equal to 1, so this minus 1 move to the right hand side, so get the plus 1. So n equal to 1 plus, just transfer this, just modify this the formula. Okay, so we get log of t half 1 minus t half second divided by the log of a2 minus log of a1. So this is the formula from which we can calculate the order of reaction, okay, in the form of t half. So the t half can be calculated or obtained from the experimental value, that is a graph. Okay, so for two different initial concentration, that is a1 and a2. Okay, so for exactly the half time for initial two different initial concentrations, so we have to calculate or find out the time where the exactly half of initial concentration is transferred or completed. Okay, so these are the 2 points uh, where the t half can be calculated. Okay, so this is the point, right, where the exactly half of the initial concentration is converted into product. From that point we can, if you plot, if you extend the plot on the x-axis, so we get the 2 points, that is a t half 1 and t half 2. From these values, okay, from this t half value, that values are substituted in the given equation. Okay, in given equation, and we can calculate or find the order of the n. So this is a half time method where we can calculate the order of the reaction. Let's see the differential method. Again, this differential method is of two types, that is a method 1 and method 2. In method 1, the it is depend upon related to the two different initial concentrations, that is a1 and a2. Okay, for nth order, for nth order for nth order, the rate can be given as like this: rate equal to k into c raised to n, where c is nothing but the molar concentration of a reactant and n represents the order of a reaction. Okay, so for different a1 and a2, the rates at time t can be written like this: the dx upon dt equal to dx upon dt1 equal to k into c1 raised to n. Okay, and dx upon dt2 equal to k into c2 raised to n. Okay, so these are the two different rate of the reactions at time t for initial concentration a1 and a2. Now we have to take the ratio of these two uh, equations, so we get like this: dx upon dt1 upon dx upon dt2 equal to c1 upon c2 raised to n, where the k get cancelled because of the same factors. Okay, so this is a relation. So after getting this equation, so we have to apply the log, okay, on both sides. So we get a log of dx upon dt1 upon dx upon dt2 into log of c1 upon c2 raised to n. So this is exactly in the form of a log of ex raised to n. So we can modify like this: n equal to log of c1 upon c2, as we seen in the previous slide also. So we get the log of dx upon dt1 upon dx upon dt2 equal to n into log of c1 upon c2. So from this value, from this equation, we can calculate the value of the n. Okay, so for that, just modify the equation, uh, take this factor to the left hand side, so we get a n equal to log of dx upon dt1 upon dx upon dt2 divided by the log of c1 upon c2. So this is exactly in the form of log of x upon y, which can be written like a log of x minus log of y. So n equal to log of dx upon dt minus log of dx upon dt2 divided by log c1 minus log c2. So we apply the formula for the log of a upon uh, b equal to log a minus log b. Okay, so we obtain the formula. Okay, from this formula we can calculate the order of the reaction. Okay, but this dx upon dt is nothing but the rate. Okay, so that rate can be obtained from the graph. Okay, now here for two different initial concentrations, okay, at time t, so at time t, this point, at this point and this point, we have to calculate the slope. Okay, for that we have to put the tangent, okay, on that point. Okay, passing touching the curve. Okay, then we have to complete the triangle so that the 2 points are exactly meet or touches the curve. Okay, so from these two, okay, from these 2 points, okay, so dx upon dt can be calculated. From this, the slope for the second initial concentration can be calculated, that is the slope equal to dx upon dt per second exactly for the initial concentration a1. So here the tangent is passed, okay, and the 2 points on curve are jointed or joined. Okay, so that we get a dx upon dt difference. Okay, so from here at point t, so we can calculate the dx upon dt for two different initial concentrations. Okay, so that which is nothing but the slope. So we can replace or modify this equation for obtain this equation, that is n equal to log of dx upon dt minus log of dx upon dt1 sorry dt2 divided by c1 log of c1 minus c2 in the form of a slope. Okay, so we get this one, that is n equal to log slope 1 minus log slope 2 divided by the log c1 minus c2. So just we have replaced this value, that's dx upon dt, by the slopes. Okay, so this is one method where we can find out the order of a reaction for different initial concentration in the differential method. Okay, now for second method. Now in second method, uh, at a t1 and t2, that's a two different times, we can also find out the order of a reaction. Okay, so for that, for nth order, the rate can be written as, rate can be given as a k equal to a minus x raised to n. This a raised to, sorry, this a minus x is the concentration of the reactant at time t. Okay, at time t, so this can be, the rate can be given like this. Okay, rate equal to k into a minus x raised to n, right, for two different times, that is t1 and t2. So this can be, rate can be written given as dx upon dt for t1 equal to k into a minus x1, a minus x1 raised to n. Okay, and dx upon dt t2, okay, equal to k into a minus x2 raised to n. Again we have to take the ratio of these two relations. Okay, so we get dx upon dt t1 divided by dx upon dt t2 equal to a minus x1 divided by a minus x2 raised to whole raised to n. Okay, so this, again here, the after taking the ratio of these two, the kk will get cancelled. Now apply the log on both sides, so we get a log dx upon dt t1 upon dx upon dt t2 equal to log of a minus x1 upon a minus x2 raised to n. Again we can modify this equation like this, log of dx upon dt t1 upon dx upon dt t2 equal to log of sorry equal to n into log of a minus x1 upon a minus x2. Again from this we can calculate the value of n. For that we have to modify this equation, so this factor bring move to left hand side into the denominator of this factor. Okay, so we get a log of sorry n equal to log of dx upon dt t1 upon dt t2 divided by log of a minus x1 and log of a minus x2. Again we already seen, which is in the form of log of a upon b. So we can write the log of a minus log of b. So we get n equal to log of dx upon dt t1 minus log of dx upon dt t2 divided by the log of a minus x 1 minus log of a minus x2. Okay, so this is a formula from which we can calculate the value of the order of the reaction. Okay, but for this dx upon dt at a different time, so we have to use the graph. Okay, so if you plot the graph x versus time, okay, so we get such type of curve. Okay, at two different times, so we can plot the we can calculate the slope for at two different times t1 and t2. Okay, so for that we have to again uh, draw the tangent. Okay, which touch the graph, which touch the slope, and also take the 2 points on curve, so that we get the triangle. For from that we can calculate the slope. Okay, that is a slope equal to dx upon dt for t2, and again here also the same, plot the tangent and join the 2 points on the curve, so we get the slope, that is a which gives the dx upon dt, that is the rate. So that values are can be substituted in this equation, so that we get the value of the n. Okay, so from here we can modify this equation again. So dx upon dt can be replaced by the slope. Okay, so we get the n equal to log slope 1 no, sorry, n equal to log slope t1 minus log slope t2 divided by the log of a minus x1 minus log of a minus x2. So this is the method for differential method for at two different times t1 and t2. So in this way, so we can calculate the order of reaction by using differential method, that is of two different types, for two different initial concentration, and also at two different time t1 and t2. Okay, so this is a differential method. Now let's see the Ostwald isolation method. In Ostwald isolation method, we have to consider the reaction, that is the two molecules A and B are reacts with each other. Okay, to give the product. Okay, to give the product, right? Now here, after applying the law of mass action or the rate law to this equation, we get this equation, that is a rate equal to k into Ca raised to m into Cb raised to n. Okay, now here the Ca is the concentration of molar concentration of the reactant A, and Cb is the molar concentration of B. Okay, where m and n are the order of order with respect to A and B respectively. Okay, so for this reaction, the order can be written as m plus 1, m plus n. Okay, so this is the order of the entire reaction. In this method, that is a Ostwald isolation method, this method involves the isolation of one reactant by taking it in small concentration, and taking the other reactant in a large excess, so that it does not affect the rate of the reaction. So for that we have to consider the two cases. Okay, in first case, the reactant is in the large amount or excess amount. Okay, so that the its concentration does not affect the rate of the reaction. So in that case, this equation can be written like this: rate equal to k dash into Ca raised to m, where k dash is nothing but the product of k and Cb. Okay, where the concentration does not change of reactant B. So in that case, the order of the reaction is m. Okay, in another case, if you if the reactant is in the large amount or in excess, okay, so if the rate of the reaction does not alter at all with respect to A, so the concentration of the A remains the same throughout the reaction. So in that case, the this rate equation can be written as a rate equal to K double prime or K double prime into CB raised to n, okay, where the concentration of this A is remain constant throughout the same. So the K double prime is the product of K into Ca raised to m. Okay, so we get the this one, the K equal to K double prime Cb raised to n, where the order of in that case in this case is n. So this is the isolation method uh, by keeping one reactant constant, and the order of the reaction with respect to other reactant can be obtained. Okay, so from this value, the value of m and n are determined using any one of the method which are already discussed, previously discussed. Okay, so total order of the reaction can be calculated, okay, as a m plus 1. So this is a Ostwald isolation method, where which involves the isolation of one reactant by taking it in a small concentration, okay, and other by taking the in the large amount or in a large excess, okay, so that it does not affect the rate of the reaction. So these are the so this is the Ostwald isolation method, okay, from which we can calculate the order of the reaction. Okay, but in this case we have to use the previous any one of the four method, okay, for calculation of the order of the reaction with respect to any one of the reactant. Okay, so these are the different methods from which we can calculate or find out or determine the order of the reaction. So in this way we have completed the theoretical part of chemical kinetics. In next few videos, we will see the numericals based upon the first and second order reactions, and also on order of reactions by different methods which we have studied so far. So friends, keep in touch. If you like the content of the video, definitely share and like the video with your friends, okay, and of course subscribe the channel if you not done it before. See you soon. Take care and thank you for watching.